Hello and good morning, and welcome to the Coffee with Christine show. I am your host, Christine, and I'm so excited to have you here with me today. So today is October. Oh my God, it's November the 1st of November. Try that again. It's November the 2nd. I haven't had my coffee. Can you tell? So it's November the 2nd of 2022. We're in episode number 36, and it's been a day. It's already been a day. So what we're going to do, this is the podcast for business and family-minded entrepreneurs and for introverts specifically, but all the information that you're going to get here is going to be pertainable to anyone who wants to listen. This podcast is about self-care, balancing it with manifesting and law of attraction to really create the life and success that you crave, so you can actually have more time with those you love. So I'm really excited that you are here. I am a self-proclaimed life balance alchemist, and I am here to help you brainstorm all the magical things that you can create in your life and help you get there. So starting today with our tarot card reading, for those of you who are new, I love to pull a tarot card to set the intention for our meeting today. And then I always let you know what I'm sipping. So today's card, again, it's going to be the Game of Thrones deck. It's going to be the Devil. So Ramsay Bolton. For those of you who know, Ramsay Bolton is a nasty character in Game of Thrones. He's very sadistic and loves torturing people, but he's doing it for approval. When it comes to today, you're going to be faced with some temptation. There's going to be some things that you're going to want to do that you probably shouldn't be doing. And then there's going to be things that you should be doing that you're not doing. And, it's called life balance, right? So it also... Number 6. So I always do numerology when it comes to the major arcana, because up at the top here you can see a 15. And what I always love to do is I combine them and I come up with the chakra that we're going to be focusing on as well. So that also tells me that we're going to be working on our third eye a little bit and opening up our divine energy and our intuition a little bit to really start feeling our way through life. We're just kind of hovering and making things happen. When you set your intention, you clear your intuition and you start trusting your intuition and using your gut instincts and your inner voice to tell you what to do next, and you feel it, magic happens. It's beautiful, honestly. So I am sipping on my Folgers coffee. It's the medium roast, country roast. I think it's country roast. And I've got the Planet Oat milk, and I drizzled a little bit of pumpkin spice in there because it's fall, y'all. All right, my dears. So today, what we're going to be talking about is mentorship. So I always find it very, very important to continue to pursue your knowledge and your education. And I'm a continued learner. Like I'm a lifelong learner. And that's something that I'm always fascinated by certain subjects. And if I find a subject that I'm interested in, I go all in on it for a little while and I figure it out and I get enough knowledge to make me dangerous. So I'm a jack of all trades. I have a lot of science and a lot of woo mixture, and there's a lot of creativity. And so I find such a huge range of subjects fascinating. So I can talk to you a little about quantum physics. I can talk to you about medical science. I can talk to you about crafting and crochet. Like there's really nothing that I can't talk to people about. And I find this is part of my connecting energy. And this is something that I love to be able to do, is connect with people on where they are. And so by being able to do that, I'm able to do that because I pursue an interest in books and different topics and being able to understand in psychology and all that. So when I find a topic, I dive into it. And it's fun and it's fascinating, and it allows me to really start connecting with people. So I love sharing with you guys the people who have inspired me and helped me on my path and on my journey. And so I'm going to talk today about 3 mentors, and then how I can also assist you and mentor with you. So that way, if you've been hanging out with me for a little while, or if you're new and you want to know more about my programs and stuff, I'll be happy. We'll go ahead and set something up and talk about that, because I've got a lot of really great stuff that can help. And I'm all about doing everything I can to put love and caffeination into the world, and we're going to do that. Okay. So my first mentor is JB Glossinger, and he is a life coach, and he's been in sales and marketing, and he's been doing this coaching thing for a while. I want to say it was back in 2007, 2008 is when he got started. And I remember when they had first started, he was one of the first podcasters to really create this uplifting type podcast. And his books, The Sacred Six and Get Out of Neutral, he's a fantabulous author. And the thing that I like about him the most is, one, he goes into the good stuff and he goes into the bad stuff. He goes into the stuff that people don't always talk about, and how to be able to do everything you can to maintain a positive mindset, but also acknowledging the dark and not so positive stuff that's going on as well, and being authentic and being true to you, and being able to find your way to success. So a lot of my stuff was actually initially based off of his. I love the concept and I love the information, but I needed to tweak it to make it work for my life. So I took his and I made it entirely my own. So you'll see a little nugget here and there that is based off of his information. But he's been such a core motivator into propelling me forward into this self-help and into this manifesting and understanding law of attraction and all of that. So I will always, always, always highly recommend JB Glossinger. I'll put a link down to his information down below for you guys. Next is my money marketing and money mindset mentor, Denise Duffield-Thomas. She is an Australian mindset coach, and she works specifically with female entrepreneurs. And she is, when I tell you this lady is magic, she's absolute magic. She's very supportive and loving and encouraging. And, as a fellow introvert, and I'm finding it very interesting that a lot of my own mentors tend to be introverts. And it's really intriguing, because a lot of times you're drawn to people who are opposite of you. But I think introverts have such a quiet magic, and we have more of a tendency to really look inside ourselves and be comfortable with who we are on the inside. And we're also curious. We have a fun curiosity. All the extroverts I know are incredible. They're smart. They're fantastic. But they're also the life of the party, and they're super connectors, and they bring a different energy, and it's a beautiful energy. But the introverts are the ones that, I personally seem to connect to, which is why I made my own podcast for introverts as well. I've been working with Denise probably for about a month or two, not one-on-one. I'm in one of her group sessions, and it's so much fun. And I think the sense of community of like-minded women is something that I find very refreshing, very beautiful. And I definitely noticed that when I know I have someone I can talk to, or I have a community I can reach out to and ask questions, that insight, we have a tendency to second guess ourselves. And when we can give ourselves a good, safe sounding board for our own, this is what I think, what does someone else think? I want an outside perspective, just so that way I can feel like I'm making a right decision. And it kind of goes against everything. You're reaching out and you're getting validation from other people, but you also know about yourself. So it's a weird dynamic that I actually really enjoy. So Denise Duffield-Thomas is definitely, if you want to reframe your mindset around money, she is the expert to go to, because she is definitely one of those who reverberates with someone who will give you the freedom to do what you want, but give you the permission to do it. From all us people pleasers, having that permission to do what feels good to us is such a relief and such a great validation to what we already know. But I think we tend to forget that we have absolute complete control over what we do in our lives and our businesses. And we forget that. You know, we get tied up in all these beautiful things that, like family and friends, and we forget that our obligations are actually voluntary. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. And if you're putting that pressure on yourself, not only with your money and your mindset and all that, but if you're putting that pressure on yourself, you're going to start holding a lot more resentment. And so there's a whole lot of feelings and emotions and everything that goes into it, and it's wonderful. So if you are having any issues or struggles with money, I definitely recommend Denise to help you work on your money mindset. She's fantastic. So that all being said, so you guys know a little bit about the people who have influenced me. I do have one more, which is Abraham Hicks. And they are, let me see, Abraham Hicks and Wayne Dyer. I've got, don't you do it. So this book here is just, it's fantastic. So co-creating at its best. And it's so great because it goes into things that you already innately know, but it goes in and allows you to figure out what works best for you and how you can work with others in a way that is thriving for everyone involved. So co-creating at its best. I love it. Definitely recommend. A lot of my teachings and a lot of my insight, again, has been influenced by Abraham Hicks and Wayne Dyer and all of the above. So I'm all about manifesting. In fact, we're getting ready to start a book club. And the first book is going to be Law of Attraction with Abraham Hicks. I got my book coming in just a couple of days. I am really excited about this. So more information is going to be coming on the book club. And then I also am going to start offering a couple options to talk to me about the Sacred Lifestyle Renewal. So Sacred Lifestyle Renewal is a program that I created to help you walk through sacred life. And there's a couple different options for it that I can go into once we either book a call or you take the little mini course that will walk you through the assessment as if we're on a phone call. I want to give you guys those two options to be able to do it either as a course on your own or to book it as a call, just so that way I'm feeding my introverts and my extroverts. So it'll give you the same guidance, it'll give you the same insight, but it will definitely be, appealing to either intro or extroverts. So Sacred Lifestyle Renewal is all about finding balance in all the important areas of your life. And I created the Sacred Life List method based on my own needs to restore balance, to find a way to streamline my life without hyper-focusing on one specific area all day, every day. And it's 15 minutes a day will get you started. And it's so easy once you know the basics of it. And you can use it in anything. You can use it in your personal life, and you can also use it in your business. So it's a great program. that I can't wait to talk to you guys about. So down below, you can either head to the Facebook and book a call. It's the assessment. Or if you go to my website, if you go to the Side of Chaos Coaching at Teachable, you'll be able to click the link and register for the assessment, and we'll get you started from there. So there's two ways to do it. You can book the call or you can take the course. And either way, you'll get the same results as far as if you were on the call with me. These are the results that you would get if you take the course. And if you take the course, these are the results that you would get on the phone with me. And it's going to give you an exact path to what you can do right now, how to get into the program, or if even the program's the right fit. We can customize the program to the areas that you're struggling in. So if you're struggling in your relationship, but you're completely good in your career, we can focus more on restoring the balance in your relationship. So there's a full way that, so I'll give you guys all the details at another time. But when you get on the call or the course, it's game on. We're going to talk about how we can get your life back into balance, because I know how exhausting it is to be overwhelmed. I know how exhausting it is to just feel like you're being pulled in too many different directions. Nothing's getting done. You're getting angry. You're getting frustrated. Everything seems to be falling apart. Been there, done that. Some days are like that, but if you have a system in place, it's easier to roll with the punches and be able to be more accommodating when things come up. And this method will help show you that. Okay. So those are the ways that you can work with me as your mentor. We'll get you in on the assessment and get you rolling. If you haven't already, you can register for the podcast. I've got some free resources on my website. I've got books. I've got planners. There's so many different options. Pick something and get started, because the universe loves clarity, but the universe also likes action too. And universe will always start creating for you when you start by making a decision to go in on yourself. All right. So check out the other mentors as well. If you want to investigate JB Glossinger, Abraham Hicks, Denise Duffield-Thomas, all the above, I highly recommend. They are absolutely fantastic gurus in their fields. So I recommend all the above. All right. Let me know if you all have any questions. I threw a lot of information out at you. I will post all the links down below so you can check out my mentors and you can get registered for that Sacred Life assessment. So, all right, I will talk to you soon. Love you lots. Thank you so much for joining me for your daily dose of love and caffeination. Go live with passion.